Hello and welcome into the Martin Wealth Solutions Market and Office Update. My name is Jim Martin. I'm joined by Justin Swisher and Sam Benson. Gentlemen, first off, thank you for joining us this afternoon. I appreciate your time. We've got a lot to cover today. I'm really excited about this market update, this office update. And with that said, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Sam, how did the market perform in January?
Yeah, January was a good month for investors. It gave our clients a little bit of a break from some of what we've seen in January in 2022. All three of the major equity market indexes were up on the month. The Dow Jones Industrial gained 2.8%, the S&P was up 6.1, and the Nasdaq was the big leader at 10.6%. So it was a good month for the stock market. We like this. We like up markets. We get really excited about it, especially after 2022. But Justin, what should our clients be looking at in terms of what we're anticipating here in the short term?
Yeah, some things to keep an eye out for are we'll be getting some new CPI and employment numbers this month. And also, the Fed looks to be slowing interest rates. They increased rates by 0.25% recently instead of the 0.75% that we've been seeing over the past year. But, Jim, how should investors be looking at that slow?
Well, I think they should be excited, right? Like, hey, it's always great when you make money. If you look at your account statements, chances are they might be up this month over the previous month, and that feels really good. But it also should give investors hope that investing is a long-term endeavor. And this is the reason we don't make knee-jerk reactions when the markets are down, because we expect them to go up, and they can go up, as we've seen, really quickly. So it's really good. And also, I would say last thoughts around how investors should be looking at this is remember that when we have investments, they're in the context of a financial plan. So it's important to make sure that with your investments that you understand we plan for markets to go down and markets to go up. And if you want to rerun your numbers where they're at, it's a great time to do it. It's a really good time to review your plan and make sure you're still on track to hit your goals if you've not done that in the last 6 to 12 months. But with all of that said, as we kind of look out across the bow of where we're at as a company, there's some really big news, some things that have happened that I think are really, they're pretty special. Casey, our senior operations specialist, well, she has some really big news. Casey has given birth to Brooks, and Brooks is a 10-pound, 6-ounce baby boy. And as you see there, he's a very happy young man, and mom is happy, and Drew is happy as well. And I think we're all excited. And I've heard, I don't know this, I've obviously not given birth, but I've heard 10.6 pounds is a big baby. So I'm sure as everybody is excited to be on the outside there. And we have some other exciting news here that I think is pretty amazing. Justin, I've got a picture of you and some other guys holding up a bunch of fingers here. And I'm not the finger, but a bunch of fingers. And I'm excited. What is happening in this photo?
Yeah, one of my friends and I decided to volunteer and coach a rec basketball team this past over January and a little bit of February, and we went undefeated. It was great. I was not expecting to not lose a single game. There were some close ones. I know Sam came and saw a buzzer beater, but it was a great season overall.
Well, hey, congratulations, by the way. We're proud of you. We're proud of you for two reasons. Obviously, a 7-0 record, undefeated, first time coaching. We don't want to lose you to the big leagues here, buddy. So, but we're proud of you. You did a great job. And then, man, giving back to these kids and really helping them. And you guys are young guys coaching them. I'm sure it was really impactful for them. And I love seeing the posts from your family members, you and your friend. I would jump on Facebook and these guys would have all kinds of, like, their moms and grandmas would be posting about it. So it was really a team effort and a family effort. So congratulations. Sam, I hate to kick it over to you, man, but following up after the birth of a future linebacker, and then following up after that, you got a lot to cover here. But what's going on in the life of Sam Benson?
Yeah, that's a tough one to follow, both of those. I do a little coaching of my own. I coach my daughter in archery, and she is on the team at school. Very excited to say she placed in the top three in a local event here a couple weeks ago, and she's going to be headed to Richmond with her team to compete at a state level here in about 3 weeks. So I'm really excited about that for her, and otherwise everything's good.
That's awesome. Good for Elin for doing so well. She could be like in the Hunger Games, man. That's pretty awesome for her, and good for you to coach her to do that. So that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing. A little news for me. I I had sinus surgery, a septoplasty, I think is what it's referred to. I had a deviated septum. I'm on the other side of that. I'm very thankful it's done. I can finally breathe. And I know you guys are so happy to have me back at full strength and being able to talk like I normally do. So no, that's what I'm on this side of, but I'm so excited for each of your families and sharing that. So thank you. Now, with all that said, Sam, let's take a look at some financial tips. Anything, any tips you can offer our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. As we move from 2022 into 2023, want to remind everybody that traditional IRA and Roth IRA contributions have increased from last year's 6,000 to this year's 6,500, and you can tack on another 1,000 on top of that if you're age 50 or over. So if hitting those retirement goals is really important, you make sure that you're maxing out those contributions every single year. And increasing those according to the way the law works. So that's a very good thing. That's a great tip to take advantage of. And Justin, as we're moving now into 2023 here in the early part of the year, what should our clients be looking at from us?
Yeah, that's a great question, Sam. Our clients should be looking for some tax forms coming to them. As everyone is aware, it is tax season, and our custodians have till the end of February to get all of those out in the mail. So everyone should keep an eye out for those forms coming to you in the next few weeks or so. But Sam or Jim, any closing thoughts for you, Jim?
I've got lots of closing thoughts, Justin. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. I know a lot of people always this time of year are kind of antsy around tax forms. And great tips, Sam. I mean, being able to contribute more to IRAs is a huge deal, like huge deal. So, and with that said, I want to close this way. When we sit down with people, we ask them what their goals are. And travel is almost always at the top. And I thought a fun segment would be to talk about a bucket list item. And I'll tell you a bucket list item that we're doing. This has always been on my list. We're going to Iceland as a family in June. And I always thought Iceland would be this exotic, really expensive place to go to. And evidently it is expensive when you get there. But it's an island, that's usually how they work. But the flight there, guys, is really inexpensive. And I wanted to share this because I thought it was cool. You can actually fly on Icelandic Air out of Dulles for less than $600 for a round trip ticket. And that's a huge deal. I mean, it costs $600 to fly to Atlanta now. So if you can go to Iceland for $600, it brings the overall cost of that trip down. Now, look, if you've always wanted to go to Iceland, after June, I'm happy to share everything around it or happy to share any of my experiences. But add that to your list. Remember, Iceland's the green one. Greenland's the ice one. And they've got geysers and valleys and all kinds of nature kind of things. So that's obviously not a beach. It's a little cooler, but we're really excited. And I hope if that's a bucket list item, you'll message me and tell me what you did there as well. But more than anything, I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to watch this video. I want to thank Justin and Sam who took time out of the day to jump on here and share some ideas and some tips and a little bit about their lives. It's always important, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you. Look, if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, reach out to us. The email is right here in the show notes of this, and we'll be back next month. Take care, guys.